Hey guys, how you doing? This is Robert King, owner of Harmony Homes, a residential assisted living facility, and founder of ALU Assisted Living University. And I'm excited today, and I'm excited every day. Every day above ground is a good day. You don't believe me? Miss one. That was a joke. You're supposed to laugh. I'm excited today. I'm going to teach you about setting your price point. We get into the money now, baby. We're deep into the operations section. On the last episode, I taught you about show me the money. And I show you how to get your pay mix and how to get your mix. Okay, now we go into setting your price point. I call it know your turf. Know your turf. In order to set your price point, you got to do a 6x6 grid. Now, in this course, I actually have a section where I teach you the 6x6 grid system. So I'm not going to go too detailed in that. You got to watch that on another video. It's very, very detailed, and that video is really smooth. Let me give you a summary. It's basically look at the address in where you live, where your facility is. Go 6 blocks north, 6 blocks south, 6 blocks east, 6 blocks west. That's called a grid. And then check that area out to find out what your competition is doing, to market that area, and so forth. Again, make sure you go by the 6x6 grid training and check that out. So this kind of works with that, okay? So some of the things I may say right now, you may not understand yet because you haven't did the grid training yet. And if you have, you do understand it. So I'm going to reference the grid training quite a bit on this one. All right, number one, know your turf. Know your turf. Know your surrounding areas. Know who's in your grid. Know what your competition is. Know how much they're charging. Know your turf. That's number one. How do you know your turf? Call other facilities in your grid. You need to call other facilities in your grid. Once you do your grid and you discover who's in your area, who is 6 blocks north, south, east, or west of you, you call on those facilities because right now you're trying to set your price point. You don't want to go too high. You don't want to go too low. You want to be compatible to the area and set your price point. So one way to do that is call on your other facilities in your grid and find out what their price point is. Also, visit other facilities in your grid. Now, mind you, check this out. When I first began, I started visiting other facilities, other residential ALFs. They didn't even want to talk to me. They thought I was competition. When I first started visiting, I was telling them, hey, I'm going to open up a facility. I'm so excited. Man, they looked at me like, man, you get out of my house. You my competition. They wouldn't share nothing with me. I literally had to change my strategy, and I had to go visit the other ones and act as if I was bringing my mom there to live with them. And then they opened up the doors. They gave me information. They gave me their pricing. They gave me their rate and all that kind of good stuff. So you might find people push back when you go visit them. Try, obviously be honest and tell them what you're doing, but they may not want to share with you their information for fear that you're the competition, which you're not. It's just too many elderly people out there. So you just have to understand that. But you need to visit the facilities, even if they don't talk to you, just to look at them. So I would encourage you to just act like you're going to check out the facility, do a tour. You might bring your mom. You'll get many more questions answered that way than telling them that you're going to open a facility, all right? Understand your demographics. In order for you to set your price, you got to know where your house is located. That's what I mean by that. You can't be in a middle to low income area where your house is located and then offering high income prices. It ain't going to work. Because 9 out of 10 times, the people who come to your facility will come from within your demographics. Now, you may have some folks that come from another state or come from other areas. That's fine. That's great. But it's going to be hard for you to select a price point that's a $10,000 a month price point and you're in a middle class area where the rest of the agencies are charging $3,000. You understand my point? So you got to be very, selective in selecting your price point by knowing your demographics. You can do Google search to find out your demographics even before you open. Know your CTO, cost to operate. Before you start operating, and that's why you're getting this course, because in this course, I'm going to literally open up my books and go over my cost to operate. So you're already going to know, before you really get deep into your cost, what your cost should average be. Now, let me stop you right now. Don't be sending me no emails and asking me no questions about, how much bread costs in your neighborhood. And no. Every situation is different. If you're looking for an exact number, you're never going to get it. You're going to have to put skin in the game, get in this industry, get out there, and go to work. Because say your liability insurance is going to be different than my liability insurance cost of location. Your mortgage may be different than mine. I may have a better rate, or I may not have no mortgage at all. Your cost to do business when it comes to your caregivers may cost more than mine because of your location. I'm just here to give you an average range of how things should look and what you should expect. So you got to know your cost to operate. Own your price. When you set a price, own that baby. Don't be intimidated by your price. If you set that price, stick with your price. Now, my next point is that be flexible to a point. You can be flexible to a point on your price. You can decide whether or not you're going to let somebody in, at a lower rate. That's totally up to you. But don't go in there afraid and timid to tell them what your price is. Own your price. My rate is $2,995 a month. It's all inclusive except medication because I can't control that cost. And then here's what I have to offer. You keep stacking the benefits. Stack the benefits. Don't be sweating the price. Keep stacking the benefits. If they're pushing back on the price, which people do, they want to get most for less, right? They want to, how you say, they want to get more for nothing or a lot for little. So, but you keep stacking your benefits. Keep stacking what you're going to do for mom. You keep telling them more and more and more and more again to the point where when you quote your price, they think it's going to be more. That's how I do it. That's a whole different ball game. That's a whole different training. But you need to own your price. Be flexible to a point. But now watch this. I didn't do this for a whole year. And I left money on the table for a whole year because I had no assisted living university. I had nobody teaching me and training me. So for a whole year, I left money on the table until I met another ALF owner who gave me this tip. Charge a non-refundable administration fee in your contract. Put it in your contract. Charge a non-refundable administration fee. My non-refundable administration fee is $9.97. Why? Because across the board, in the area, within my grid, that's about what people charge. I did not know that, so for the first year, I wasn't charging. This is not you're not renting a house, so there's no such thing as first, last, and security. Don't do that. Don't do that. There ain't no first, last, and security. You're literally offering services and a service fee, but there's a non-refundable fee, meaning that I call mine non-refundable move-in / administration fee. Means I got to get the place ready for your mama to come, so this is non-refundable. Meaning if your mom come and she stay with me for 5 days and just totally change her mind, I'm not giving back the non-refundable move-in admit fee. I'm going to prorate and give back the rent, the service fee, because I'm not servicing her if she moves early, but I'm not giving back the non-refundable fee. Y'all understand that? Put that in your offer from the beginning. Now watch this. Remember I talked about being flexible on your rate? If you want to waive anything, if I were you, I would start off with, number one, not waiving the non-refundable fee, but giving them 3 months to pay it. That's the first thing. If that don't work, they don't have the money to pay it, then I would reduce it from $9.97 to $500. That don't work, I reduce it to $250. Notice, I'm reducing my non-refundable fee. I'm not reducing my rate. My rate is still $29.95, but my non-refundable fee, I just had to take a praise break in a moment. My gosh, there's some good I'm about to break my table. There's some good stuff. Man, how much money I left on the table when I first got started because nobody taught me this. Oh my God. Okay. Reach through the camera, pat me on the back, and tell me thank you for starting this course and putting this information out. You are being blessed. You know how much money you're going to earn now because you understand the non-refundable fee? That tip alone was worth your investment in this course. So that's important. Know your turf and set your price point and stick to it. All right, now here we go. We're going to transition a little bit into 3 stages of pricing. 3 stages of pricing. Now, there's 3 stages of your pricing. What do I mean by that? There's a pre-launch price, there's the launch price, and there's the season price. Pre-launch means I haven't opened my facility yet. I'm just starting to open my facility. And if you bring your mom into my facility in the first 30 days, my pre-launch price is going to be, it's a little bit lower than my regular price. So my pre-launch price might be If my regular rate is $29.95, my pre-launch price may be a $250 discount. So I may discount $250 for you to move in because this is my pre-launch price. Only good for the first 30 days when I open. Well, after 30 days when I open, my launch price is $29.95. That's my rate. That's my rate. So if you get mom in now, you save $250 or $500, whatever you want to put it. I'm just trying to get you a point. Let me slow down because I get excited, y'all. I'm trying to get you a mindset to understand. Pre-launch, a little bit lower than regular price. Launch price, that's your rate, baby, $29.95. Then there's the season pricing. Season pricings mean you've been in business for a year or two. You have proven yourself. Your agent, your company, your home is rocking and rolling. You may have 5, 6 residents already in your facility. Now you got people wanting to move into your place. They hunting you down because the word is you take care of your residents. They want to be in there. Now you hire a seasoned business owner. Now your price can go up. So right now, if somebody were to move into my facility right now, my starting rate now is $32.50. It started off $29.95. My pre-launch was $250 off. So what is that? 27 something. Then regular launch, $29.95. Now season, 3rd year in the business. I know what I'm doing. $32.50. And I'm still compatible to my grid. Does that? I ain't even gotta ask you. Does that make sense? You got this down, baby. You know how to make this happen through this 3 stages of pricing. Got that? All right. Now let's move on to how to get advance payments. Oh my God. This is some good stuff, man. How you get advance payment. Again, first year in business, I never requested advance payment. I never asked for an advance payment. I ain't never heard of such thing as advance payment until I started communicating with some seasoned ALF owners by going to live events, meeting people, and I learned this strategy on advance payment. Now, this is how you get advance payments. You offer discounts for people paying in advance. In other words, if you pay 12 months in advance, you get a 10% off. So if my rate is $3,000 a month, 12 months, $36,000. If you write me a check for $36,000, I'm giving you 10% off, which is $3,600. So I'm offering you that at every financial assessment. When I sit down and assess you, I'm going for the advance payment. I'm trying my best to get that money in advance, lock mama in for a year, and give you a discount for doing it. All right? Another way to do it is express the convenience of the advance payment. When you're talking about advance payment, you're letting their family members know that you pay one time. You never got to worry about paying again. First of all, you get 10% off, whatever my rate is, and then you never have to worry about paying again. I send you a receipt every month, and then 12 months later, we'll do it again. So that's convenient. You're stacking the benefits. Remember, you're stacking the benefits. Why should they pay in advance? 10% discount, total convenient, okay? All advance payment. Now watch this. Be very careful. Pay attention. Wake up. Hey, wake up. You might have been watching me all night long. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Wake up. Go get some coffee, some Dunkin' Donuts, whatever you got to do. Pay attention. All advance payments are non-refundable, and it's in your contract. Oh my God. I wish I had knew this. Now you know. All advance payments are non-refundable, and it's in your contract. In other words, if I lock mama in for a year, and you pay mama for a year, and you get that discount, then you got to understand, and in my contract is that this is good. This is non-refundable. Mama is in for a year. Now, in my experience, when somebody pays $36,000, $40,000 to lock somebody in for a year, unless that person passes away, they're not moving out. Now, of course, if the person passes away, you have to prorate and give money back. But if the person is alive, they got to ride out their contract. You with me? And you need to stick to that. I've had this happen since I've been doing advance payments. I've had 2 scenarios. One where after 6 or 7 months, she wanted to move out. She wanted to go back to her own home and do her own thing and have people come to her house and all that kind of good stuff. But the son knew. that we had paid in advance. And so he said, Mama, you got to stay. I can't afford to have you move out of there, Harmony Homes, and then go home and then pay for somebody to come see you. That's double paying. You got to stay and wrap this contract out. And she stayed. And then after that, when her time came up, she's ready to go. So it was all good. Another scenario I had, somebody paid advance payment, and then the POA got involved. Power of attorney, after the person's been there like 5 or 6 months. The advance pay was, in this case, was for 12 months. No, the advance pay was for 6 months. Oh, let me make that point too. You can try for 12 months. If that don't work, bag back for 8, bag back for 6, bag back for 3. You're trying to get an advance payment. Well, in this case, it was 6 months. Then some POA got involved, decided he wanted to take the person out after only 3 months. Well, we didn't refund the other 3 months because it was in our contract. And he tried. He called the Department of Children and Family and all that kind of good stuff and my state agency. And once they looked at the contract, they realized that there was no reason for the guy to move. It was just convenient for the POA. And so therefore, we didn't have to give the money back. Did you get that? If you didn't, push rewind, listen to it again. Now, last but not least, here's a warning. Don't spend all that advance payment. See, you get that advance payment. I got my first check. I think it was $46,000 or something like that. Man, I was, whoop. I got some money. I'm ready to go and spend and have a good time and enjoy and go on a well-deserved vacation. And then I come to realize, hold up. They're not going to give me no money next month. They give me all the money in advance. So if I go start spending all this, I got to cover for what I spent. So I'm just simply saying, be careful and don't blow or spend. And not blow. You do what you want to do. I'm just simply saying, try not to spend all your advance payment because it may be a situation where they prematurely pass and you may have to repay, prorate, and pay the money back. But if you're okay, you got money in your account, you got money saved, you can cover anything, then you're okay with that advance money. Are you understand what I'm trying to say? Are you getting this? I know you are. All right, now let's go a little bit more. We go into resident mix. Resident mix. What in the world does that mean? Residence mix. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to include residence mix with this because it's different. We were talking about money, setting your price point, 3 stages of pricing, and how to get advance pay. So residence mix is something entirely different. So forgive me, I won't include this. This will be the ending of our money section. I will do residence mix a little bit after this one. So right after this, I'm going to go right into residence mix. All right. Thank you. God bless you. I know you enjoyed this section. You got tons of value. And rewind, play it over and over again. Know your money, know your flow and all that good stuff. And then now let's go to residence mix on the next video. God bless you.